still, I mean, just kind of confused and kind of feel...
It's like I feel like I could pick up my phone and call Shanann and talk about how sad I am, and it just doesn't, it doesn't feel real.
Last time we talked about, they were more than friends. At this point, they were like family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at times they were.
Yeah.
It's just, it's still just not real. Like seeing the press conferences and stuff like that. It almost seems removed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, the person they're talking about isn't somebody we know.
Right.
Yeah.
To be honest,
different.
Isn't it kind of somebody you didn't know, though?
Right. I mean, that's what we learned. I mean, we thought we knew him. Didn't think he was ever capable of doing anything like this. I mean, there was any of our times of hanging out, there's no signs of that he was ever capable of doing something like this. And I think Amanda and I latched onto that, and that's why we were kind of there for him. And it's just we couldn't see that to be a possibility.
Last time I talked to you guys, you were really leading search efforts online. You were doing everything you can to find Shanann and her daughters. What was it like when you heard the sad outcome?
Honestly, I didn't believe it. You hear all the time that news is wrong. They don't have the correct information, and it wasn't until the detective called me, right as the conference was going on, and asked me to come pick up Dieter, that it hit. And then I just broke down from there. So.
Yeah.
What's the dog's name?
Dieter.
What kind of dog?
He's a little wiener dog, little Dotson, I guess. Super cute, very friendly. He loves to give kisses.
Why did they ask you guys to take the dog?
So I'm not sure. I know Amanda reached out last night because we were concerned. Obviously Chris is still at the police station. He was at our house all night last night. That dog needs cared for. So Amanda just reached out and said, hey, is somebody doing this, or can we go get them? But that was just a voicemail. When I spoke to Shanann's mom this morning, she told me that she told the FBI to call us to get them. So I'm not sure really what drove it. Somewhere they got our name to say, hey, come. The family's trusting you, I guess, to care for their dog.
Aside from the dog, you didn't just let the dog into your house, you let Chris into your house too. Yeah. After the fact that everything happened, you have a little girl that fell at Celeste's age. In hindsight, what's going through your mind?
That
Regret.
I mean, that's something I'll never forget, that we allowed this guy in our house. I mean, had we had any inclination that we thought he was involved at all, no way would I have let him in my house with my wife and kid. So
he slept right across the hall from her.
Right. I mean, she came in that morning and was like, I saw Mr. Chris, because their doors are right by each other. And so that I'm never going to forget. It's just a haunting memory now at this point. No way did we know he could have been capable of something like this. I mean,
on the phone, Amanda, you told me repeatedly, or you told me that you kept replaying the conversation from the past few days over and over in your head. Why are you doing that?
Honestly, I'm just beating myself up about it. oh, he said this or he said that. Like, I should have known that was a flag, but it
or
just...
was it a flag? Or you know what I mean? Like, questioning just every little thing that we did with him. Yeah.
What were those conversations, if you don't mind me asking? What were some of the things you are questioning? Was that a sign?
Well, there's a few things that we talked to the detective about. We're not sure if it's a part of the investigation, so that's...
We don't want to get too specific.
Yeah, we don't want to get into that. But, I mean, just little things here and there, like watching him on his phone and pacing the house and eating the pizza, even. Like, he showed zero remorse. Like, there was no doubt in our minds that he was innocent.
Yeah, I mean, while we were with Chris on Monday and Tuesday, it was more on Tuesday though, I mean, our conversations were kind of far in between. Like, it was a lot more of silence. Amanda and I on our phones just trying to come up with any sort of idea of, like, what about this? What about, you know what I mean? Just trying to think through everything. And through those just little things, a few things came up that we thought, well, that's weird that you're not wanting to look more into that. Like, that seems like big deals. And as soon as we left the house, we called the detective. And we're just like, we don't know if this is something. It might be something, but we feel like we need to say something. I mean, again, it was a voicemail. We didn't talk to anybody. So, I mean...
I did speak to the FBI about it.
Yeah, I
when
did,
he interviewed me, too,
so
just to make sure they were aware.
Yep, same here.
Something that's come up for me, I don't know if it's come up for you. Do you have a hard time trusting people right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about that quite a bit. Just you kind of lose faith in humanity, like not wanting to be close to anybody has been really hard. I mean, we thought we knew him, and obviously we didn't. So.
When you go online though and you look at their pictures, that's what we kind of did with Shanann's Facebook page. They look very in love. They seem like a very in love kind of couple, at least on social media. Is that what you saw in real life too, or did you see anything else?
No, that's exactly how they were around us. I mean, it was always hands all over, one another, and it was always fun, laughing. So yeah, I mean, there was not once when we hung out with them was it like, you know what I mean? There was no bitterness.
No aggression, no anger, no like snarky side comments, nothing like that. Like, it was fun and easy.
Lighthearted. I mean, like, even if Chris did something a little, like, prepare something for food wrong, it was more, like, poke fun at him. Like,
right.
It was never, I mean, they just seemed, like a happy couple.
What's weird is I find myself even smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
The person who's not you way back when. It's you that is so Chris. That's this person out here that's now that we know and we see in the news, that's not the Chris you know.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's two completely different people at this point. Like,